Mega Mike the Movie Man here. Welcome to my channel. Today is the nominations for the Poplars. So the Poplars is a new award show that I started, which we're going to celebrate popular movies that came out in 2022. So popular movies meaning more the genre type of movies. So superhero movies, horror movies, action movies, comedy movies, more kind of the movies most people watch out there. Whereas the Oscars more focus on dramas and art house movies usually. The Poplars is all about the popular genre movies everybody absolutely loves. So today I am joined by an amazing panel of blue tubers, which today are going to be the Academy for the Poplars. So I'm going to bring them out here in a minute. But first, I did want to remind everybody to smash that subscribe button if you're visiting the channel for the first time. Like the video, leave those comments because we want to make the night very interactive and definitely react to these nominations as we go through them. Also, a reminder that there's 2 days left for 15% off merch, and we have some Patreon and membership deals for the channel. And I do have to give a shout out to one of my Patreons who I believe is in the chat right now, who just signed up for Patreon today. We got Darvin in here, so round of applause for Darvin for being a mega movie hero now and supporting the channel on that level. Is going to be getting some exclusive content from the channel. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. So I definitely wanted to shout out Darvin there. But let's go ahead and start bringing in the Academy for tonight. And we are going to bring in Huck. How we doing out there, Huck?
I'm doing fantastic. Sorry, my dog was on a barking spree. Had to hit mute. But yeah, look, I'm ready. I got my Academy thinking cap on. Think I got some good ones. I'm very in tune with the Poplars. So let's get it on.
And so, Huck, what do you think of the Oscars usually leaving out these popular genre movies? I know a couple of them kind of sneaked in here recently, but usually they're focusing on the drama, the art house films. Huck, what do you think about that?
I have a very strong opinion on that, Mega Mike. Look, for the longest time, like in recent memory, you have to really go back to 2003, I think it was, when Lord of the Rings, Return of the King won for best movie. And, those 3 years, all three of those films got nominated. And prior to that, it wasn't until like Titanic that you were getting blockbusters show up on this list. And then ever since then, it's just been more like these quiet little art house pieces. And look, some are really good. Some are quite forgettable. Some of the wins are like, and then some are like, okay, that one I like. But the fear is we don't have enough people coming to watch the Oscars. But that's because you don't put movies in it that the regular going public cares about. And so finally, I think there is a couple, like you said, that snuck in, but it doesn't happen very often. But we are here to change that tonight because mega movies do matter. It's like the whole point of the film is escape. You want to escape and you want to put your asses in the seat, be taken away for 2.5 hours or longer nowadays, and just have a great time. And that's what we're here to celebrate tonight, is a great time.
Yes. All right. So speaking of a great time, who is always bringing the great times here, we got Tim. How we doing out there?
Good. I'm excited. I can't be part of the real Academy, but I'm part of this real Academy, and this one matters more, damn it.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm excited.
So what do you think of usually genre films being left out of the Oscars?
I more so feel like with horror gets like almost no representation, and that's a shame because there is some amazing stuff out there for horror. We do see at least like blockbuster action and stuff like that, adventure that makes it in a little bit more. Horror like almost never makes it. So yeah, it would be nice maybe with the Academy expanding more to different people. We'll start getting more, like, I want more stuff like Get Out getting nominated. Give us more stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a horror title in a while. Was the last one Silence of the Lambs? Was that the one to really get some big recognition? Yeah, and that's more thriller anyway, too.
Yeah, even then, the stuff we do get is that kind of walking the borderline. Like, I want to see something, like, I wasn't the biggest X fan, but what about something like X getting nominated?
Yeah. I think it is rare. Tim, you nailed it with the horror thing. It's like in science fiction, like since Star Wars, has there been anything else In science fiction, they hit it either.
Blade Runner 2049 and some occasional stuff, and that's.
But for tech awards, you know.
Oh yeah. Well,
it's like they're trying to say unless you're crying intensely, it's not a real movie. That's what the Academy's trying to tell us. Yeah. There's more to it. There's more to it.
And that's exactly why the Poplars were made. So we are definitely going to recognize those movies that absolutely need to be recognized tonight. So let's definitely bring in Tony. How we doing out there, Tony?
Doing good. Very excited to be here talking about these popular movies that we think are popular. You know, I used to really enjoy and look forward to the Academy Awards every year, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, like Huck was saying. But nowadays, you know, I don't even look forward to them anymore. Usually what I'm doing now is trying to figure out where to watch the ones that they've nominated, you know, in these recent years. Because a lot of these I have never even heard of until after the fact. So used to, you would watch the movies first and then you would say, oh man, that got nominated. But now it's kind of like the opposite. A lot of strange films out there that I've never even heard of being nominated.
I feel the same way, Tony. It's like, until the nominations come out, I haven't heard of half of these movies. And I'm like, okay, now I need to go watch them before the Oscars.
Yeah, so Top Gun Maverick was a really nice surprise.
Oh, God.
I'm so happy that made it.
I'd be ecstatic with that winning. That would, oh my God.
Oh, right? That'd be amazing. Yeah, we haven't had a blockbuster win in such a long time. What's the last one, Huck? Titanic, was it?
I mean, no, it was Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Oh, yeah.
Won Best Picture, and that was the last big genre picture, and it swept. I mean, guys, it swept. It didn't just win. It was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, and it won all 11, proving that genre is worthy. And then and we're done with you, right? Wow.
For another 10 years.
But, you know, all these little tiny art house things, though, people are going to watch, and if they're not that great, they're going to be a one and done for most people. And I don't think that's a nice reflection of cinema.
No, it's not.
Right? To be rewarding forgettable movies. It's just my opinion.
Yes, some of these nominations that I just started to watch, now that I know they were announced for the Oscars, I'm like, really? That got announced? I know some people are a big fan, but like, Huck, I know you weren't a big fan of Banshees of Inisherin, right?
Well, it's the thing is, it's not that I'm not a fan. It's one, I don't get the hype. It's an okay to good movie, but it's not like everyone's like, oh, it's the best movie. I'm like, it's not the best movie. It's a good acting movie. Like, you know what I mean? It's a great to reward actors. I'm all in. Actors, writer, great. But as a best movie, no, like not even close. You know who else has the
like literally took me. Yep, absolutely. Let's bring Sue in. Sue, what do you think?
I've been waiting and waiting now.
Bring her in. Come on, Sue.
All right, Sue, what do you think about these genre films not really being represented?
Well, the thing is, they call it Best Picture. We need more broad genres in that category to say it's a Best Picture category, because you might as well at this point just say Best Drama. Because every single movie that gets nominated is a drama pretty much. This year, we have exceptions. We have Top Gun Maverick. We have Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is very outside of the box, which is great to see. But the majority are still dramas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder if
sometimes really intimate dramas.
Yep.
Yeah, and I wonder if they even have a real shot of winning. I feel like, okay, let's put Top Gun Maverick in there so now we can get our ratings up. More people will now watch the Oscars because they've seen a decline in numbers. I hope it does have a fair chance of actually getting stuff.
I don't think it's going to win Best Picture simply based on the fact that I think the nomination is the win for that movie, unfortunately. It's probably going to go to Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I would be happy with because it's not a typical drama where you're sitting there and you're crying for 2 straight hours. You know, it's not like The Whale or anything. So I would be happy with that one winning.
I think they need to really start looking at the box office take of what these pictures are doing. And kind of go off of the amount of money that they've made, because Top Gun Maverick's just been in the theater nonstop for the past
since May
at least. Right, exactly.
I will say, a mix though of box office and something else, because like box office could put Jurassic World Dominion in there, and Good Lord,
Yeah,
that's a terrible movie.
exactly. There were only 3 movies this year to reach the billion. That was Top Gun Maverick, Avatar 2, and then also Dominion.
Yeah.
All right,
Doctor
you know, there's
Strange
also,
2 was very close.
yeah. Well, I know there is a fan of the whale out there. Derek, how
Oh.
we doing out there?
I thought you were talking about Tim and Huck because they liked it a lot too.
I
I
like
did
it
too. I did
I
like
love
the
the
whale.
whale.
Yeah,
The
it was
whale's
great.
great.
I
Yeah,
loved it too.
I like
that's
Banshee.
one of those acting movies we were talking about. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, I don't
I
play
don't-
devil's advocate. That's why you had me last, right?
Mm.
I agree. It's absolutely important to have a plethora of genres represented throughout award season. I am an Oscar geek, if there ever was one. This
Me
year is
too.
a very good mix of genres. They did a very good job getting. They have sci-fi movies in there. They have action movies in there. There's no real horror movies unless you count, some weird things
Elvis.
about the whale. If you think about it very strangely, it's there. You have comedies like
Wow.
Banshees and Everything Everywhere. I'll explain it later.
Comedies like Banshees.
Banshees is hilarious, and it's the best
That's
movie of the year.
hilarious.
There are
Oh
funny
my
moments in
goodness.
Banshees. There are funny moments in there.
Banshees is hilarious.
I legitimately laughed at Banshees.
I mean,
I
I laughed a
enjoyed that
couple
movie too.
times, but it took me literally 3 nights to get through Banshees. Like, I kept falling asleep. Like, it took me 3
Oh.
nights. I'm
The,
like,
the
my
dog
God.
backing out of the doorway with the shears is the funniest part, and it's a dog. That's
yeah,
all I'm
that's
saying. That was funny.
Yeah, don't watch Tar then, Mike. If it took you 3 days to get through Banshees,
Who would
unless you have
for
some
Tar?
nap time scheduled. But yeah, we got a musical in there, even though it's the worst movie nominated.
Yeah.
It's all good stuff. They did a good job this year. The last couple of years kind of got screwed by COVID, and the only things being made were tiny little art house films. So it was a nice couple of years to have those be noticed. But yeah, you got to have one of everything, I'd say, throw in there. That's what they should do. Pick the best movie from every genre, and that should be your 10. And then the drama would win anyways. But we can hope for the best.
I know that's the thing. I mean, even comedies aren't recognized. Although you could say Banshees is a comedy. But I mean, like Tootsie, like a Tootsie comedy.
Exactly.
Like,
When Bridesmaids was nominated,
yeah. So that's rare. Like when you open up this to a 10 film thing, you should. To be fair, you should almost grab 2 of every genre to really say 2 comedies, 2 dramas, 2 sci-fis, 2 horror. You know what I mean? Like really showcase the greatness that's in every genre, and then say pick the best picture.
How about
Don't make it 8
though?
dramas and 2 genres.
Animation almost never makes it in Best Picture because it has its own category.
Yeah.
You can count on one hand the amount of animation that's actually made Best Picture, right?
Yeah. Well, Brendan Gleeson can count on it in Banshees on one hand after he comes out. We've had 3.
Yeah, depends on the hand.
all right, let's check in on this audience here who is joining tonight. We got Adrian saying, hey there, Mike and Gus. Got Derek in the chat as well. Ahoy there, movie geek. Craig says, hi, Mike and Gus. Got Darvin here saying hello. Evil Kangaroo. Oh, cool. Looking forward to the stream. Well, thank you so much for joining in. And wait, you have merch. What kind? Oh, just go ahead and visit the About tab in my channel. Just scroll down to the store. I'll take you there. I got everything from stuffed bears, the hats, the tank tops, you name it, it's on there, okay? So enjoy. Spicy 4K Action says, what's up, Mike, Huck, Tim, panel, and chat? Darvin saying Top Gun Maverick being nominated for Best Picture was surprising. I am surprised by it, but I literally think it's only because they want more people to tune in to watch the Oscars, and I feel like they're not going to fairly consider it.
I felt like it would have been impossible not to nominate it.
Oh,
it was in there either way, no matter what
Because
else I got, it was in there.
Because you know what? It wasn't just a blockbuster like, say, we'll just take a Jurassic Park and like a good one. Let's just take a good Jurassic Park movie, right?
Well, the first one, that's it.
Yeah, like that's a great cinematic experience. That's a crowd pleasing thing, but also on top of that, for Top Gun Maverick was just the accolades everywhere. Critics and fans were saying, "Wow, this is a really great movie," and so for that, I think that's why it gets into that Best Picture this year.
Plus, also, it really saved the box office a lot by bringing in as much money as it did.
Yeah.
We can't forget about
a superhero movie. That's like the only thing. until after.
All right, Corey saying another stellar lineup. Evil Kangaroo said, "Oh, I just looked at the store section of your channel. I'll consider buying something. They look great." Well, thank you so much, Evil Kangaroo. Hisham says, "Hello, I love you, everyone." G.I. Jane 3, can't wait to see you in 2099. Gotcha, I gotcha. All right, Adrian says, "Hey, movie lovers." Chandler said, "Hey, everyone, how's it going tonight?" We got 100. What up, y'all? I think this is my first time seeing you in the chat, 100. So thank you for joining in and make sure you subscribe.
100, what's up?
Hello,
We
hello.
got that horror dude saying hello, everyone.
Hey, horror
We
dude.
got Scarlett Hayes saying, "Yo, hi, Mike. I saw you use my design for your merch. I'll try to get some of those." Yes, shout out to Scarlett Hayes for designing my logo. Thank you so much. Once again, it's amazing logo. It's perfect. Thank you. We got Hisham says, "RRR. Oscar candidates for 2023." Well, that's gonna get nominated, right?
Only
for
song.
For song.
Oh, okay.
And India loves that.
Yeah,
All my followers love RRR.
it's probably gonna win.
Spicy 4K Action says, "What's up, Tony and Sue? Didn't realize you were on the panel as well." Yes, of
Hey
course,
there.
you're part of the academy here.
Just chock full of rock stars.
Got the all stars here.
Yeah, we know what we're talking about.
Start our own podcast. Let's go.
We should.
All right. Lenny Colton says, "Hey,
Hi,
chat
Sue.
people, the Oscars are such a pretentious joke." Well, that's why we started the Poplars.
Exactly.
Kenny's movie, Palace, the outfit was robbed. That is such a good movie.
Honestly, I would have nominated that in costume design. At least I loved that movie so freaking much. It's so
I still have
good.
to see that movie.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
it's so good.
It's really good.
Rylands can't be bad.
Yeah.
The horror dude said, "Hey, Tony. Hey, Tim. Got my mom in here saying hi, everyone." We got Scaps here. Good
Hey,
evening,
Mega Mom.
everyone. Got Hisham saying, "Oh, why Christopher Nolan never get an Oscar?"
He will eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, probably eventually.
Dunkirk 2.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Dunkirk 2 cruise control. That's what he's gonna get. It
Maybe
for.
for Oppenheimer, you never know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if it
All
has
right,
characters, he'll get
Kellyanne
recognized.
says, Top Gun will never win.
I
Probably
mean,
won't.
look,
We can hope.
we can be surprised. This
Yes.
what the Academy has to do is when they sit there with their ballots, don't not pick it because you think everyone else is going to pick it. That's why it didn't get nominated
Right.
for cinematography, because everyone else probably figured, well,
Yeah.
everyone else is going to pick it.
I assume
and
that's
no one
right.
picked it.
And then it didn't even get nominated. Mm-hmm.
I'm curious
So
though,
if
with
you
the
want-
preferential ballot, how many people are going to put Top Gun as their favorite? Because I mean, you never know if enough people put it as number one.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's all it
It's in the top
takes.
5. I'll give it that for sure.
That's all it takes.
All right, got mid-level media here.
Well,
Banshees was Tony's
Hey,
number
Ken.
2 movie of 2022. Tell him
Yes.
how great it is, Tony.
I loved it. I did. I loved it.
I loved it. It was
Like
my
best
favorite.
picture.
I really enjoyed it too.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I just loved it.
All right, 100 says the real question is who's going to get slapped who this year?
Ooh, I don't know.
That's why we do this live, so that can't happen.
AJ says, what a lineup we have here. The horror dude says horror should be a part of the Oscars. Mia Goth should be nominated for Pearl.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that will come up
Yes.
tonight.
Horror seriously needs more recognition
Jerry.
on the
Yep,
Oscars.
Jerry
She should have
here
told all
saying
her
what's
friends in the Academy, like Andrea Riseborough did. It worked for her.
Let's not even go there.
Yap says, hey, Huck, I nominate Chicken Man for Best Supporting Actor in Post-Apocalypse.
I got robbed that year, y'all. I got robbed. Put everything I had to that role.
Kenny's movie Palace. The Birdcage was robbed. See, I didn't even know about that movie.
Birdcage is
That's a
good.
good movie.
I love that movie.
Kellyanne says Top Gun will never win because Hollywood is not a fan. Evil Kangaroo says you guys should manage the Oscars with these ideas. Yes. Maybe they'll give us all jobs. They'll be like, yes, you are now
I
the
agree.
new Academy taking over the Oscars.
Yeah.
We should be
Yay.
commentators.
Oh, would that be great?
But first, saying hi, movies and Sue.
Hi.
Tony's Movies and More saying, hey, everyone, how's it going?
Hey, Tony.
Got Chad saying, hi, everybody. Great lineup. Adrian saying hi to Tony. Everybody saying hi to each other. Everybody's saying a great group. We got Chad saying, I hope Austin Butler wins for Elvis. Got Kenny saying, hi, Mike. We got Brent saying, To Leslie movie was really good. She for sure deserved the nomination. Also, Allison Janney was great.
I'll be watching that shortly.
And then Chad says, does anyone know who going to win the Lifetime Achievement Award this year? I have no idea.
There's like 3. Diane Warren was one of them. They already did it in November. I forget who the other ones were, but Michael J. Fox also won the Humanitarian Award, which is awesome. So,
all right, so let's get into these nominations now. We're going to start with Best Editing for a popular movie. So, Huck, take it away.
Oh, you picked me for editing, huh? Okay. All right. Look,
you're supposed to be editing, right? I know it's wrong.
Yeah, I was very excited to pick editing. Look, that's my jam. It's what I do for a living. So, I'm just going to start off with the obvious. For me, editing, it makes or breaks a film, right? Because you can act your ass off, you can direct a great scene, and it can look beautiful. But the fourth player in those games is the editor. Because if it's not assembled to perfection, the audience is going to notice something is off, but they don't quite know. And that's bad editing, right? But when it's great editing, you don't notice it. And so I'm going to notice 4 films that I thought had impeccable editing. And I'm just going to start right out of the gate. Going to give you Top Gun, Maverick, absolutely. The editors was Chris Lebenzon and Eddie Hamilton. This thing was like just thousands and thousands of feet of footage, just too much footage. And for editors to have to sift through that much stuff can be just daunting sometimes. But look, they found every golden shot that there was to put in that film. And, I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and it gets me every time. It's so well put together. The second film I would like to pick is probably an even bigger editing juggernaut, and that is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah. It is hands down, as an editor, my favorite edited film of the year. And it was edited by Paul Rogers. And look, and we just watched this again just 2 nights ago because my wife and daughter hadn't seen it. I said, you haven't seen this? So I'm like, sit down. And we watched it. And guys, my 15-year-old daughter was doing this. And she said, I think this is the best movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
That thrilled me. That thrilled me. I'm like, are you serious? and that is a movie. There's a film that crosses so many genres. It's like sci-fi, it's comedy, it's drama. It's got all this stuff baked into one delicious casserole. And you've got to really keep your audience from getting lost in a film like that, because you can easily be confused where you are. Yeah. And Paul Rogers and the director, they keep you exactly in the know where you are at all times and with which version of person you're with at all times. And that is very hard to do with a complicated film like that. Now, I've only got 2 more slots, right, Mega Mike? Oh.
Only 2 more.
All right. So I'm gonna. Okay. I literally the last one is gonna be just a wing and a prayer, but the next one is gonna be a bit of a surprise, and I'm going to pick Bullet Train.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Nice. Bullet Train was now, and I apologize to this editor. She got a great name. It's Elizabeth Ronodottir. I have no idea if I nailed that or not. But man, that film is so well edited. The pace of Bullet Train is just super clippy, super good. And it's another one of those films that sort of bounces between different things going on. Like you'll see this guy walk on the train, and then suddenly here's his backstory. And then you come back. And then I just really love the editing of Bullet Train.
It's so high energy. It's like they did a line of Coke before they started doing the movie.
I agree. Yeah, like the editor had to be jacked as the movie, right?
Yeah, that's something to watch it. I have it too. I haven't watched it yet.
And the fourth, there's no honorable mentions, right, Mike? No.
You can throw out an honorable mention, sure. That works.
I will wait. I'll tell you what.
In the voting polls.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna go ahead and pick my fourth and final one. There's 3 I have left, and I'm gonna pick Glass Onion. I think Glass Onion is an exquisitely edited thing, especially when you're dealing with mysteries. And I loved the misdirection in this film. Right. So this is a hand-in-hand combination with the director. Like when the girl gets shot and you think she's dead, but then you go to the second half of the movie and then they show you all the different angles. I'm like, oh, I eat that stuff.
I love it. Me too.
Yeah, right. And so it's for that nice complexity and simplicity at the same time of keeping the audience on their toes and then bringing them into what it was. And I love that kind of stuff. And yeah. So for my fourth one, we're gonna go Glass Onion.
Good.
Hey,
Nice.
love
them.
Great choices. What was the honorable mention, Huck, that you had?
So I had two honorable mentions, and it was Avatar: The Way of Water, and The Batman. So it was this close between The Batman and Glass Onion, but because of that sort of storytelling style with Glass Onion, I wanted to go with that. Perhaps someone else will have The Batman in one of their categories.
Great picks. Let's see the reaction in the audience. So let's see. The Horror Dude says, Tony, did you ever watch Everything Everywhere yet?
I have not. No.
Oh,
I need
you
to
gotta
rewatch
do
it
that,
too, but
Tony. It's so good.
I didn't. The reason why he's asking is because I really didn't get into it the first time. Everybody's telling me I need to watch it again, so I'll do that eventually.
All
so
right,
that means,
Lenny,
Tony, I'll have to rewatch Banshees of Inisherin, to be fair. Then I'll rewatch that.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
We need to get rid of this comment.
Mike.
Oh, sorry.
Don't read that.
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know why they have to do that.
Oh, yep. Sorry about that. Really apologize.
I had someone
guys.
like that
Reading
today,
that.
Sue. Someone
I didn't
was
read it past
I saw that.
Sorry
I
about
saw
that too.
and I said, I
do
kicked
that
him out right
comment.
away. It's like, I think you're funny, but you're not funny today. See ya.
Someone actually made
They're
they're
out
to
now.
be that, which is just like such a get a life,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Sorry about that.
Hey, look, and it's just as much fun to kick him out.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, Alex saying, what's up? We got Tony's Movies and More. No, not yet the
Oh.
Horror Dude. Come. Scap says, I thought Pearl had great editing. Oh, nice.
I got to get around to Pearl.
You do.
Yeah, I mean, James
Thanks,
Oh,
Brett.
it's so good. So
See,
good.
some people love Pearl. I was
I
not
didn't.
the biggest fan.
I didn't love X, which is why.
Oh, see, I loved X. I'm like, I was not.
I love how all of those films are so polar. Not, I'm gonna say polarizing, but you guys are. I hear a lot about that with X and Pearl and Barbarians. They're all just yes and no to people, But I kind of love that. Like they're not.
It's either you really like it or you don't. The Black Phone too. Either you loved it or you hated it. Yeah, weird.
I should watch.
All right,
all of
Evil
those.
Kangaroo says, yeah, Glass Onion had incredible editing.
Right on, Kangaroo.
Buffer says, I'm rooting for us for best editing. It had a lot of editing in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of editing in all this. I'll give it that.
Like you can root for it, but it's not going to win. And
Just in the first 5 seconds, there's a lot of editing and it's all over the place.
Give you a seizure in the first 30 seconds of the movie.
Yeah.
Scap says, if animated includes editing, Puss in Boots was edited perfectly.
Perfect.
I've heard that today before, actually.
Evil Kangaroo says, man, the Batman had such great shots and cinematography.
Yes, it did.
That's true. I mean, it was like.
Cinema Man says, who is that in the right? Top hand corner box.
Yeah, right.
Oh, what did you do with his beard?
Where is Tim?
He was getting ready. He's preparing the fanciness for the next.
I'm part of the academy now. I gotta look better.
I shaved too.
He's a part of the populars, man.
Yeah, Derek shaved this morning. It's already grown back.
Yeah.
It was like Homer.
All right, Scap says Batman and Avatar seemed a little long for an editing.
That is perhaps Scap's why I chose Glass Onion.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the editor was good, he would have just snipped out a half hour at each one and went.
Yeah. I really enjoyed Batman, but I felt the runtime in Batman.
I did too. I did too.
I really, really liked it, but yes, you can tell it's a long movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you feel the 3 hours, for example, I never felt when I saw Titanic in the theater, I didn't feel that at all. I was all in till the end of that boat going down. I was like, wow, that thing flew by for a 3 hour movie.
Well, it's sank by.
Yeah.
That horror, dude.
Not my keyboard.
Pearl had some great cinematography.
Yes,
It does
did.
look pretty, just from what I've seen.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
It is
gorgeous to look at.
All right, now we're on best sound for a popular movie.
That's me.
Tim, what do we got?
All right, so I'm gonna start this off with where Huck wanted to go with, and going with the Batman, because the sound in the Batman is insane. I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it at my house. When the Batmobile first starts up, my gosh, it like shook my room.
Yeah.
you feel every hit. It's so visceral. The sound in that movie is absolutely insane. Very, very well done. So I don't have the people written down because sound is all lumped together and there's so many people. So I can't really name the one. My second choice is Top Gun, because how the heck can you talk sound and not talk Top Gun? Oh my Lord. That movie, they use real jets. It sounds like real jets. It is, again, that's visceral. You feel that movie. It's a movie that really worked out my speakers. Next one, I'm going with Nope. The sound design in Nope is
It's
great.
so good. It's so good.
There is it's really hard to mention anything without spoiling. There's a spot towards the back half where the sound, as people go up, I don't know, I can't say it without spoiling anything, but it is crazy good. Really, that I didn't love the movie as a whole. Sound design was fantastic. And then the last one, as a different one, I'm going with Pinocchio. Del Toro's Pinocchio. Especially the sound design. I was reading an article about how the sound designer came up with all the sounds, rubbing different types of wood together to come up with the creaky type of sound as Pinocchio moves. A lot went into that, and it sounds great. Really enjoyed that. Impeccably done. So felt like animation deserves some love too.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, great choices.
You have to create every sound for an animated movie. People don't think of that.
Yep.
All right, let's see. My mom's saying, I love the Avatar water. So amazing. Hisham saying Robert Downey Jr., the best superhero, but you still didn't get the Oscar. Evil Kangaroo says, yeah, man, I got chills in the theater when the Batmobile engine was rumbling the whole room. That was the best scene out of the whole movie, right?
Loved it so much.
Oh, so good. Scap says Avatar was incredible in IMAX 3D. Yep, I saw in that. That was excellent. Hisham. Oh, wait. Yep, already said that. All right. Okay, so now we are on to best visual effects for a popular movie.
Yes, that would be me.
What have we got?
And I've got visuals.
So let me zoom in on you.
So I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we had the visual effects of Nope. Visual effects was amazing in Nope. You know, it was a fun movie. It wasn't my favorite, but to me, I thought it was overall really good, and the visual effects were amazing. The way that this thing
unfolds.
Yes, it was just amazing. Then we have Men. If anybody saw Men, this was a weird scene. This was definitely not my favorite movie of the year, but the visual effects for this particular scene was amazing. It just kept going and going and going. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the opening sequence was amazing. Almost like a video game type look, but the visual effects for that was amazing. And then if anybody saw Beast with these lions, man, I watched this last night for the first time. It wasn't a terrible movie. It wasn't a great movie, but the visual effects was amazing as far as these lions. You know, back in the old Hollywood, they would actually work with real lions. So I'm sure that the actors are very happy that there are visual effects for these now. But those are my nominations.
I love that your choices are all movies that you didn't love, but you still understand that they did this one aspect really well.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, and great variety in there too. You had a bunch of different genres with that one.
Yeah, and these are all movies. These are
great.
all movies that I actually watched. You know, like I said, with the Oscars, there's so many movies I've never even heard of. So I really wanted to focus on the ones I actually saw.
All right, let's look at these comments here. Let's see where we are. All right, yes. Cinema Man. Ambulance is a terrible edited film. You can see Michael Bay in shot with the camera in the background following the actors during a chase scene. I did not catch that.
I didn't
when
notice
was watching it.
I didn't notice that either. Now I have to look for that.
You probably did it on purpose.
Slowest chase scene in a movie. My God, they're doing the chase scene at like 5 miles an hour.
And how there's like no traffic too, and it's LA.
Yeah.
So weird. Hisham says, do you guys what we're keeping it to the popular comments, Hisham. Thank you for the comment. Scab says Avatar is a must for visual effects. So absolutely. Yeah.
That's too easy.
Yeah, I know that would be too
Yeah,
obvious.
that's too
I like
easy.
how Tony's were not the obvious ones, but like you said, like
Me
Beast
too.
the Lions, I thought those lions were almost real. That's how good
Yeah,
the lions
it's
was.
amazing.
I'm glad you called that one out.
I'll have to watch it because I can't stand CGI animals. So
Yeah.
we'll see if it passes my test.
Well, there's some good ones and there are some bad ones.
Okay, that's still better than usual.
My mom's saying Avatar 4D was painful, too much shaking and jerking. So I'm not a fan of the 4D.
That's funny.
Buffer says Men blew my mind away, not for everyone, but I loved it. Yeah, that's a movie I didn't love, but you're right, Tony, with just like that changes at the end, you're like, oh my goodness. Like
the first half I enjoyed, but as it kept going to the end, I thought, oh my God, what's happening?
yeah,
I felt the same way. Like the first half, I was really enjoying it. I was like, wow, it looks beautiful. And, But then the last half hour, I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
What is going on?
It's making me want to see it more.
Evil Kangaroo says visual effects. Thanos in Avengers is probably the best CGI I've ever seen. It's
He's
really
up
good.
there.
Yeah.
Scap says Beast had such Beast had such potential, but just failed for me. Really wanted to like it. I thought it was decent as just like a creature feature, fun time.
It was good, but the kids really annoyed me.
Yeah.
The eldest daughter was just making decisions. I just wanted to smack her.
Yeah. And just the locations seem really weird looking, almost fake. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Somebody's backyard. Hey, you got a tree back there? Just throw a beast back there.
Alex saying, not a fan of the movie Nope, but did like the creativity behind the movie itself.
I think that's where I stand. I didn't love the movie as a whole, but everything about it was done so well. All the technical stuff, it's done so well. It's very creative. I just didn't jive with the movie.
Kenny saying, All Quiet on the Western Front is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Gotta watch that.
Yeah, I still need to see that one.
I need to see it. Where can I see it at though? Because it never
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, that's another long movie though, right?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours, isn't it?
2 hours,
not quite 2.5 hours or so.
2 hours.
Okay,
but it's a World War I movie, so it could be 2.5 hours.
For some reason, I thought it was like over 3 hours.
I'm not even exaggerating. It's like my second or third favorite of the entire year. Like I love it.
I got excited to watch it. I'll watch that tonight then.
It's fantastic.
Shorter than Tar.
Shorter than most of the movies, nominated for
this. Scap says, hated men, but great cinematography.
Yep.
Cinema Man says, I thought X had some great camera work for a horror film, especially the aerial view with the alligator in her swimming water. Oh, that was the best scene of the movie.
Yeah, that was a great moment.
Yeah.
And then Scap says, agree. All Quiet on the Western Front. So epic.
Yeah, so good.
It's great.
All right, now we are on to best cinematography for a popular movie.
Back to me.
Yes, back to Tim.
All right. This is one I was really excited about. There's two types of things that I really love. I love scores in movies, and I love cinematography. This was super hard to narrow down, guys. Really hard. There were so many great options. I kind of gave away in the group chat about the one, but I'm going with Northman. Northman was
good choice.
Oh my gosh, like jaw-droppingly beautiful. It's just, I feel like you can take a still of any part of that movie and put it on your wall as art, because that's how stunningly beautiful it is. You get so much different scenery, and it's also well framed, and just, I loved it. That is by Jaron Blashko, or however you pronounce, but he has done
Take a swing, Tim.
he's done all of Eggers' movies. So Eggers' movies all have a distinctive look to them. So he is a great cinematographer. Next one I'm going with, Nope is getting 2 nominations here from me, because Nope looks absolutely beautiful.
It does. It deserves it.
That whole I mean, it was shown in the trailer, so it's not spoiling anything, but the far back shot of seeing the blood raining down on the house is so beautiful. Far back shots of all the wacky arm inflatable men. It's just a lot of beautiful shots, all framed really well. And the cinematographer is Hoyt van Hoytema. He's done a good chunk of Nolan's movies, and Nolan's movies look beautiful. So the dude knows what the hell he's doing.
Right.
He was cinematographer on Dunkirk. Thumbs up. Next one is Top Gun Maverick. How can you watch Top Gun Maverick and not just have your jaw open just watching the shots? That shot of Ed Harris at that little guard shack thing as the plane is coming right at him and comes right above his head. It's so cool. There is just awesome shot after awesome shot. Cinematographer.
And it pulls the top off of that thing. It pulls the top off of the guard shack.
A single shot. They only did it once, and that wasn't intended to happen, but it looked cool, so they kept it in
so much.
The cinematographer is Claudio Miranda, who did Benjamin Button and Life of Pi, among many other movies. And then the last one, I wasn't expecting someone to already pick this movie. Huck did, but Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Bullet Train has a lot of really creative shots, following the water bottle as it's coming down and telling the story about that. Just a lot of creative shots in a tight, confined space. When you're doing 90% of the movie on a train, it feels more spacious than it actually is. They're all well framed. It's very pretty. The lighting is really creative. There's a lot of different purples and pinks thrown in there, and it's just it's a beautiful movie. I wish that got more love overall. I really enjoyed Bullet Train.
I did too.
I'm very happy to hear you put that on there. That I think it's this little sleeper movie that has a lot of good things to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cinematographer is Jonathan Sella, who did John Wick and Atomic Blonde, because the director actually he's co-director of the first John Wick. I can't remember, it's David Leitch or whatever his name is, but so they've worked together before. But yeah, Bullet Train is a lot of fun, and it looked beautiful.
Yes.
Great choices, Tim. Some of them I weren't even thinking about, but then when you said it, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Nope is just gorgeous. It's just amazing. Great. We got actually a super chat tonight. Yay! 99 super chat. Hello to this awesome panel. Thank you so much, Tales from the Shelf. He was one of my competitors last night on Huck's channel for superhero team trivia. It came down to the wire. I mean, oh my goodness. So yeah, definitely check out Huck's channel if you have not seen that superhero themed trivia. It's a must watch. It's absolutely amazing. It was a lot of fun and tough competition. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I love how Mark says it wasn't even his genre, and yet he almost smoked you.
I know. That's why he fooled me. He's like, oh, not really.
Dang, Mark.
I'm like, okay, all right. Relaxing. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm sweaty. And I'm like,
Mark says, turn his hat on backwards. He's like, I got to focus.
I know. He played that mental game. He threw me off.
It almost worked.
All right, got Kenny's movie palace saying Banshees was beautiful to look at.
It was.
Another good one.
We got Scap saying hit like everybody. Yep, reminder, hit that like button. Alex saying, Huck, what is your opinion on the menu? And same question for you, Mike. Huck, have you seen the menu?
I actually still have to see the menu. I haven't seen it yet.
I enjoyed it so much.
It's good.
I enjoyed it too.
I watched it on HBO Max, I believe, before it came out on Blu-ray. So if you don't want to go buy it, you can watch it on there.
Personally, I would have nominated that over Triangle of Sadness for the Screw the Rich type movie.
Yeah,
I
they're both
enjoyed
good.
it more than Triangle.
It sounds
I
great.
agree.
It's like a fun flick.
Yeah. I didn't really care for. I love the movie. I didn't care for any of those people. I'm happy the way that it ended up.
That's the point.
Good.
But I did feel bad though for Leguizamo. What'd you do? You acted in a bad movie.
Revenge from Mario Brothers and the
You ruined my Sunday afternoon, my one day off. Oh God.
Ray Fiennes is great in that movie.
Cinema Man says, I thought 1917 was a great shot film for cinematography, but the movie itself was bland. But Top Gun Maverick gets it for me, and not just saying that for my love of Tom Cruise.
Oh, sure.
Great Cinema Man.
Let's
Tom
see.
Cruise
We got
shoot it.
the Horror
Double
Dude
Train, too.
says, I guess I need to watch Bullet Train. I wasn't expecting it to be good.
It was fun.
You can watch it on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
It's a
And
fun
it's
movie.
it's so filled with colorful characters. Like the characters are so good. And the brothers. How great are the brothers?
Amazing. And the
It's just a
ending,
fun movie. It's just
the
fun.
last,
You
like 10
love
minutes
those guys.
of that movie and stay for the credit stuff too is just like, oh, perfection.
You have to go in expecting it's a very hyper fast moving movie. It's chaotic.
Yeah, John Wick on a train.
Yeah, pretty much.
John Wick used to be Die Hard on a train. Now it's John Wick.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, right? I'm in.
Scaps saying, Nope was great. Didn't recognize Michael Wincott in the movie. Can't get enough Keith David.
Oh yeah, Keith David's the best.
We didn't get enough Keith David in that.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, come on. So excited.
Tales from the Shelf. I didn't know what to expect. Haha. Kenny's Movie Palace. Triangle of Sadness was horrible. See, I haven't seen that one yet.
Haven't either.
They haven't
I did
And
not
with a
get
pitch
the
like
first
that,
act.
Kenny, you just saved me 2 hours.
Well, it's coming out on Criterion in what, April, I believe. So
I liked
Well,
it,
don't
but it's
feel
a long.
Don't feel the need to quickly pluck down $25 because it's coming out on physical media.
No, I
I'm
wasn't.
just saying.
When you watch the movie, the cover and the Criterion makes more sense. I didn't understand what
Yeah,
the hand
for sure.
grenade meant. But when you watch it, it's actually funny. But yeah, the first act of that movie, it's like first 40 minutes you could just skip almost.
Yeah, it's borderline pointless.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
god!
could've been
I'm
done
glad
in, like,
you guys
5
are
minutes.
warning me about it because I'm like, I was
Yeah.
thinking about that Criterion because I'm like,
It's
oh,
good.
4K Criterion.
I'm
Everybody's
just gonna
hyping it
rewatch
up.
Bullet Train instead.
Scap says, get the Top Gun jacket, Huck. Support the cruise.
Yeah,
oh, there he goes.
why isn't he wearing it? Come on.
He was ready for that. He jumped out the chair.
Yeah. Tales from the Shelf said, I really like Bullet Train a lot.
There he is.
There we go. There we
You
go.
got the sun. You got the aviators
Let's see
too.
this. Look at that.
Hold on.
You got the aviators. There we go.
Woo!
Yes.
Let's go. All right.
Oh,
I'm suited up, ready to go. It's gonna get hot
All
as
right.
hell. So
Right, yeah.
All right. Alex is saying, why would someone want to watch Top Gun? Have yet to see it. Huck, what would you say to Alex
Because
out
it's
there?
good.
why would you want to watch it, Alex? Because it's a kick-ass dynamite movie. It gets you excited, adrenaline pumped, emotional. You laugh, and it's got a bunch of sweaty dudes on the beach. Need I say more?
I'm there.
That's Huck's favorite part.
That's all you gotta
Right.
say. I'm there.
Miles Teller's
What do you
mustache.
do on a
All you
beach?
need to
Sign me
know.
up.
I mean, it delivers on all accounts. I feel. I think we all agree.
Yeah, the horror dude says the better question is why would you not want to watch Top Gun?
That's right.
Exactly.
Right.
Kenny's saying, I get Oscar screeners and I was bored with Triangle.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get going, like Tim
That's
said.
why
I
it's
agree
not
with
on the populars.
The second act of the movie is really good, though. I will say that.
Yeah, the majority of the movie is very good. The first part just takes too long to get going.
Cinema Man says, Sue, Best Buy should have paid you for taking that Halloween End Still book out of their inventory.
Yeah.
I agree. I should get something from Best Buy.
Did they actually charge a fair price for that one, or was that one jacked up like $20 too?
It was $32.99.
Still cheaper than their slipcover out there right now.
It was cheaper than the 4K of the Woman King. That was like $40.99.
Oh my
Crazy.
God.
Those were insane prices. I couldn't believe it.
But
I
this
mean, like,
is why you price match.
But that's the thing is, like, when you have to go into a store now and you can't just shop at the store, you have to
I know.
like haggle and barter and
It's really
negotiate.
sick.
You go to the
Right.
store.
You have to shop at 2 stores at
Terrible.
once to get a fair price.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
Pretty sick.
Scap says, I don't care for the original Top Gun, but Maverick was incredible. Yeah.
I still haven't seen the original one, and Maverick was great.
Oh, yeah. Maverick is great.
You
no
haven't
matter
seen the
what.
original Top Gun?
I was going to watch them both, but I didn't have time, so I just crammed in the second one.
You really need to see it.
You have
Maverick.
I
to.
have it. I just haven't watched it.
What cruise in the house?
Once you
Maverick
have
is
that
better in my
nostalgia and that
opinion.
background, it just enhances Maverick to another level.
I know you're
I know
taking
enough about it. I'm like,
Adrian's
okay, I
breath
get it.
away right there.
That's
Man, that soundtrack. We love the Top Gun soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Which one, the first one or Maverick? They're both
The
really
first
good.
one.
Both pretty good.
They're both good.
But we got the first one.
Yeah, they're so good.
The horror dude says, I like Halloween Ends. Well, that's great. I don't know if it will show up on the Poplar
Good
tonight.
for
You
you.
never know.
You did like that
You
horror
never
movie.
know. It could show up on somebody's list tonight. You never know.
So
What's
whoever
that
has
for?
better or who has screenplay, that's totally worthy of screenplay.
That's
Hey, look,
the
I
actor
got
Corey
that.
Cunningham.
I still got best actor. Come on, Corey.
He was probably the best part of that movie. So,
He was. He just shouldn't have been there.
Take it easy, Mike. Take it easy.
I mean, that's not saying much
Yeah, I
about
wouldn't
the
go that
movie.
far.
That's not saying much about
That's
the
a
movie.
stretch.
Okay?
Oh yeah.
I agree.
All right.
That's how bad that movie was.
All right, now we are on to
Hey,
Screenplay.
There we go.
All right, so
Okay,
what do we
we got
got?
cheesy spiels all up here ready to go. All right, best screenplay. I tried to do 2 and 2, original and adapted, and I ended up not doing that. I ended up getting only one adapted one in there because adapted screenplays were weak this year for the Oscars as well as this, apparently. So first, I have what was far and away the most original screenplay of the year. A simple, heartfelt, relatable story wrapped up in an insane premise that spans the multiverse. The Daniels, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Because, of course, right? Why wouldn't that be nominated? All right. And the second one is Oscar-winning screenwriters Jordan Peele. Nope's getting a lot of love today. I'm liking this.
Yeah, it really is.
Does it
That's number
again
four.
with
Yeah.
this insanely unique take on the alien invasion genre. It's a beautiful movie, like Tim said, that combines our obsession for spectacle and our feeble attempt to control the uncontrollable. That would be Nope by Jordan Peele. All right, the adapted one I have is The Batman by Matt Reeves and Peter Craig. It is the perfect example of what an adapted screenplay means. It takes 80 years of lore and manages to update it into a modern and realistic setting that is almost believable, but still feels like a comic book film. And I'm glad someone mentioned this earlier. This one is possibly the best sleeper hit of the year, easily the most delicious of the Eat the Rich films that came out this year. The Menu is sharply written, original script that leaves you hungry for some more. The Menu by Seth Reese.
Nice. Good pun.
And yes, I wrote all these because I'm sad. And those are
You
the
wrote all
screenplay
these.
now.
Very
Classic
happy
hit.
about Menu. That movie
Yeah.
sticks in my head. I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys.
it's a good
I
one.
randomly think about it.
Mhm.
All right, I'm
I
watching
like
that
Red
tonight.
Plains.
Gotta
If
watch
you're
it.
hungry for cheeseburgers, go get cheeseburgers first.
Yeah, cheeseburger.
Absolutely.
That's what I had tonight before we started. See, I'm
Oh, then
halfway.
yeah.
Oh,
watch
but
it.
it's meant to be. You have to watch the Menu tonight.
Then you need to
In
watch
fact, they
it
were
now.
slider cheeseburgers.
Even better.
Nice.
All right, let's check in
Yeah,
on
wait
this
now.
audience. Yes, Huck's all suited up on his way to the highway to the danger zone.
Who's
I
with
almost
me?
I almost clapped in the theater when the movie started with Danger Zone. I
I know. I know.
What do you mean
I burst out
almost?
laughing at home. In a good way.
Yeah, man. I was clapping and cheering all through that movie.
Me
Some
too.
lady looking at me like I was crazy. Whatever.
Whatever. She doesn't know how to have fun.
nachos. What can I say?
Nerds.
All right, got the horror dude. Huck, you gonna play an older Tom Cruise up the street?
Yeah, it's funny you say that because Tom Cruise is 4 years older than me, but that's all right.
Like Tom Cruise is older.
I mean, you know, what are you saying? You got a better hairline than I do. I don't know. Usually we're pretty good for the 50 crowd.
Let's see. Alex saying, what is your favorite film of all time and why, Sue?
Goodfellas, man. Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time. I love it. I just think it's the perfect gangster mob movie. It's a biopic. It just has so many elements to it. I love it.
The horror dude says, I liked Corey.
I like Corey.
Yeah, Christian Bale, are you professional or not? Taika Waititi, for comedy, absolutely.
That's true.
Cinema Man says Huck doesn't look like a character from Top Gun. He looks like Skipper from Gilligan's
Skipper. I love Gilligan's Island.
I would disagree, though.
Scaff says saying Huck could play Goose's long lost brother in Maverick sequel.
Long lost. I'll do. Yeah, I can be a Goose long lost brother. You know.
His real father gets all cheesy.
Yeah.
A comment that I'm sure Derek has never heard before in his life.
Thank you. Been getting that for 20 years.
Yeah, but laugh down. You gotta just laugh down.
Eric Stone says, hi, all. Ooh, we got Gus in the house. Hi, Gus. Hey, Tony, Sue, Eric.
Eric File.
Eric File.
Eric File.
Scott says, Tom Cruise doesn't age. He is immortal.
I agree. I think he makes some kind of pact somewhere. It's all that Scientology. Yep. It's keeping him young.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Those body thetans. They'll get you.
The horror dude say, no disrespect, Huck. I forgot Tom Cruise pays to stay looking young.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
He's still no
Paul
Rudd,
okay,
though.
So go to my channel, hit me up with a super chat, pay me to look younger, and I got it. Let's go.
There you go.
Kenny saying, thought the whale was snubbed in screenplay.
If you're talking about the Oscars, I wholeheartedly agree.
I agree as well.
I do too.
It got nominated literally everywhere else except for the Oscars.
I blubbered like a baby at the end of that movie. Just
Tim.
So did I. The last 20 minutes, I didn't even anticipate the tears coming, and then all of a sudden they're just flowing out of my face. When
the credits rolled, I actually needed to collect myself, sit there and just
Yeah, Cinema Man saying Huckster's my guy. Gotta give him the business, but nothing but love, Huck.
Right on, son. I dig it. Yeah, so you're right, man. It's so good. The end of the whale was so good. Mm-hmm. I think I told Tim, like I was watching it alone because my girls were all, they wanted to do other things. But the last 5 minutes, they were behind me and I didn't know it. And when it ends, I just heard, wow, from behind me. I was like, did you guys see the end of that? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, let's talk about it. Oh my God. And we just talked for like 10 minutes because it was so good.
For me, it got to the end and there was like maybe 10 of us in the theater, but no one's sitting around me. And here I am like full on crying. And it's like the credits are rolling. I'm like, let me just really quickly get myself together before I leave.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
People working there before they clean up the theater after you. Get out.
Where'd all these tissues come from?
All right.
Right here.
I was crying.
Drop.
All right, now to Best Supporting Actress for a movie.
Yes,
Sue is up.
It's me. Okay. I'm bringing the horror in this category. Actually, in both of my categories, I'm bringing the horror. Okay. My first choice for supporting actress is Jenna Ortega from Scream 5.
Nice.
Because I love the opening sequence. I thought it was the second best of the franchise. I thought they did it right. It was kind of like a replication of one, just a little bit, very similar, but it did have its own differences and everything. So, and I thought she was a standout in that movie. So I want to give her some credit. So Jenna Ortega. My next is Brittany Snow for X, because I loved her in that movie. I thought she was just a standout, and she was like the comedic relief in that movie. So I loved her in that. I'm going comic book next. I'm going with Elizabeth Olsen for Doctor Strange 2.
Nice.
Nice.
For Scarlet Witch, because for me, she was the highlight of the movie. Even though it was Doctor Strange's movie, she just was amazing, and she was incredible, and she deserves to be recognized for that. And my final is I wanted to put in a comedic role somewhere, so I chose Kate Hudson in Glass Onion.
Oh, she was funny in that, yeah.
Because I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of the movie, but her performance I thought was hilarious. And every time she was on screen, I was laughing. So
that was good. It was good for her, wasn't it? To have something.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good pick, Sue. That's
the best thing I've seen her in like 20 years, probably.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
it's
you're right,
brilliant.
Derek.
It's just dumb.
Yeah, it was fun to see her in a role like that, because you forget she is getting a little older, and then but they found just the right role for her.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yes.
And and then you bring in the even hotter chick, and there's that moment, like you're saying, where she's like, maybe I won't take a dip in the pool. Like that.
Every scene, I was laughing hysterically with her. I didn't really care for the rest, so she was the highlight for me. She was the standout.
Well, I liked her back and forth with her assistant, like, please tell me you didn't think a sweatshop is where they make sweatpants. And Hudson's reaction.
That was good. Good.
Oh, great choices, Sue.
Thank you.
All right, let's see where we're at in the chat here. We got, let's see, the horror dude saying, I really enjoyed the new Doctor Strange movie. It probably has to do with the horror elements, though.
Raimi.
Steve Marr saying, greetings.
Hey, Steve.
Fiends.
Ooh, Flicked Fiends. Nice.
Cinema Man says, by the way, I ordered my Vinegar Syndrome Roadhouse the other morning. Thanks for reminding me. Can't wait for it. Love me some double douche.
That's such a good
Hey,
one.
man, look.
Yes.
Yeah, just remember, be nice. Be nice.
All right. Now we are on to Best Supporting Actor for a popular movie, and I think that is Tony, correct?
Yeah, that's
All right,
me.
Tony.
Ooh.
So I went with some of the movies that I enjoyed. So Glass Onion gets another nomination with Edward Norton's performance. I thought he was just a perfect jerk in the whole movie. I haven't seen Edward Norton in anything recently, so I think this right here was a nice one for him. You kind of love to hate him, right? Top Gun Maverick gets some more love with Miles Teller.
He was really good.
Man, that was amazing. And to me, he puts me in the mind of Goose. I thought that was a really good fit for him.
Smell what you're cooking.
I did the Batman with Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I thought he did really
so good.
I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who he was.
Neither did I.
Afterwards,
totally unrecognizable.
I thought, man, that's amazing makeup work too, right?
Yeah, incredible.
And then my last nomination is for The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Pedro Pascal.
Nice.
To me, he that was the perfect role for him. I really enjoyed it. I'm thinking that movie was a big surprise for me. I didn't know anything about it either. It came out of nowhere. It was just a wonderful movie, and I thought it was really great for Nicolas Cage too. But Pedro Pascal was just a great character. So those are my nominations.
I'm loving
Good
this
choices.
uprising of Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, he's been amazing, hasn't he?
Yeah, Mandalorian, this Last of Us, he is great in Last of Us.
He's been doing really well.
Yeah, he's in like nothing but great stuff. Ever since I've recognized him,
All right, we got Kenny's Movie Palace saying Zoe Deutsch.
She was really good.
Yep. Got Marius Glasser saying Robert Pattinson.
Marius.
And hi, I'm sick. Sorry about that.
Aw, feel better.
Get better soon.
Evil Kangaroo says, hope you get better, Marius. Yes, absolutely. Kenny saying Brian Tyree Henry in Causeway.
Yeah, I need to watch that one still.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's on Apple.
It's on Apple TV, yeah.
He got nominated at the Oscars, yeah. Pretty surprisingly, actually.
And Cinema Man is saying, Sue, if you like Goodfellas, you should check out LA Confidential. It's one of my favorite casts. It's phenomenal. Have you seen that one yet?
I have it, but I haven't seen it, so.
Oh, it's great.
I will.
It's a nice Noir piece.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, now we are on to Best Lead Actress for a Popular
it's
Movie.
me again.
Yes. Back to Sue.
It's me again. Okay. All right. The number one, it's obvious. It's Mia Goth for Pearl. Okay.
Nice.
She deserves it so bad. The last 20 minutes of that movie, delivering that 5-minute incredible monologue. She was just phenomenal all the way around. So she definitely got snubbed. So she needs
the end credits where she just smiles the whole
just
time.
smiles like a psycho in like 20,000 different ways. Yes, she's amazing. So my next nominee, I did Florence Pugh for Don't Worry, Darling, because she carried that movie. I mean, I thought she did an amazing job. I know a lot of people, it's one of those this year, I think you either loved it or you hated it. I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was a pretty good movie. I think all the drama behind the scenes really just took away from the movie itself. But watching that film and watching Florence's performance, I thought she did a really great job. So I want to give her credit for that. Yeah. We have another Nope nomination with Keke Palmer. I put her in lead actress because I put her in lead because she's the lead female of that movie. So, so I put her in lead actress, and she's just the standout of that movie to me anyway. She's just so bright and colorful and full of energy, so she deserves it. And then I put Amber Midthunder for Prey.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's a super inspired choice. I like that.
I put her in there because I just really enjoyed that. I didn't know how I was going to feel about that movie, and I watched it on just a random night. I put it on. I just loved watching it. I thought she was amazing. She did a great job with it, and she's not getting any recognition. Not expecting an Oscar nomination or anything, but she just really impressed me. So, yeah.
Really nice.
It showed that the Predator franchise can not suck, and she was really good.
Absolutely.
It's been a while too, so that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, we got That Horror Dude. Love Mia Goth. The scene with the scarecrow was so good. Yeah, Mia Goth, she's great in everything. Like even just seeing Infinity Pool. Like I hated the movie, but she was great in it. She was the best part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got the Horror Dude saying, "Don't worry, darling, getting some love." I thought I was the only one who liked it.
Nope, me too. So there's two of us.
I still gotta see it.
Florence Pugh was always good, though. I think.
Don't let Ken. Yeah, don't let Ken.
Don't let Ken.
Ken will agree with it.
Kenny's Movie Palace saying Viola Davis was really overlooked. Yeah, I
for
thought
the
she was great
Oscars,
in the King. Yeah. Marius Glasser saying, I hated Everything Everywhere All at Once, and no one was good except the lead man and woman. I forgot the names. What, Marius? I love that movie. That movie's so good. Some hot takes out there. All right. So we are now on to Best Lead Actor for a Popular Movie.
All right, let's go. All right, it is now time for lead actor. And I can't just toss on the shades and not start with the legendary Tom Cruise. Yes, the man needed some justice at the Oscars and was not given any. Hopefully, maybe he wins Best Picture, and because he's a producer, he gets a trophy. But right here at the Populars, he is high atop our list. Tom Cruise. Only Tom gets the shades, though. All right, now let's move on to the next one. Now, the next one is, I feel, the best part of this next movie, and I do have to give it up for the performance of Austin Butler in Elvis. He is phenomenal as the king. His performance is like, what I loved about him as it is he has that quality that you just want to keep looking at him. You know, it's when the story deviates and goes elsewhere. You're like, let's just get back to Austin because he's kind of the best part of the film, and it should be through his eyes, right?
Mhm.
But his performance is super solid, so I got to acknowledge that. I mean, he's no Tom Cruise. Let's get to the chase. All right, now the next two, I'm still. All right, we're just gonna go with the next. We're gonna have a little more love for a movie we've already mentioned a few times, and I'm going back to Glass Onion with Daniel Craig. I just thought he was fantastic. I thought he was the glue to the movie, and he played so nicely off of everyone in that film, and he had such good chemistry with that the other lead actor and the actress in there. So got to give it up to Daniel Craig. And I am so torn for the last one, y'all. But you know what, Tony, we're in the same camp. I'm putting Nick Cage on the list first.
Good for Nick.
Yeah. I mean, that was such what I didn't know what to expect from that film. You know, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, in case you guys haven't seen it. And when it was over, I'm like, that was so good. Like, I had such a good time. And, you know, when you're playing yourself, that's always a bit awkward as the actor. Even Cage says, I mean, what version of myself do I play in this, you know? And because he had such a good chemistry with Pedro, and it was sort of the surprise. The other one I was hedging on, in case you want to know, was Brad Pitt. That was the other performance that I thought really just, he basically didn't want to do the job that he was set out to do. And that sort of interesting banter with all the characters, being sort of the one who didn't know what was going on at all. But yeah, I'm going to lean on Nick Cage, though, because that one surprised me the most.
Yep, that's good.
So that's 2 for that movie.
Nice.
Yeah, when that Paddington 2 reference came up,
That was
I'm
so
like,
good.
oh, this movie's amazing. It's just,
Because
all
you're
the
waiting to
effects
see
and
what
stuff, like,
movie she's going to bring up. It's like, oh, is it Face Off? And then it's Paddington 2. And it's like, oh,
So
that
good.
was so good. Yeah.
Cinema Man says, I second that, Huck. Tom, the Running Man Cruise.
Right.
He runs funny.
Maria saying Ralph in the Menu. Yep, absolutely.
Rafe is so good in the menu. Yeah.
Kenny's Movie Palace. I keep saying the outfit was my best movie last year, and Mark Rylance was awesome. Told Tim about it. Glad he liked it.
Yeah, I watched based off his recommendation, and he's not wrong. With Mark Rylance kills it every time he's on screen. He was great in outfit.
Evil Kangaroo saying Daniel Craig plays his part so well in Glass Onion.
Yeah, it's fun to see him do not James Bond, you know, and do something well as not James Bond.
I think some of the best acting by Craig in Glass Onion is actually him in the bathtub trying to figure out what his next move is.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it's really good. I just love it too. Like when so you mentioned Edward Norton when he's like they're all at the table and he goes, all right, ready, and it starts now. Okay, here's what happened, and then he knows exactly. Like what? Like it's over. And it was like, and he just sits down like, okay, what's next? Like that was so funny, really good.
Ruined your party.
All right, now we are on to Best Director for a popular movie.
That would be me
Let's go,
again.
buddy.
All right. Let me find my cheesy things I gotta say here. All right. The first one, it's Best Directors. So I'm going yet again with The Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. With so much going on in literally multiple universes, the Daniels bring an incredible attention to detail as they manage to keep you engaged, interested, and most importantly, not too confused about what's going on, as Huck said earlier about the editing. In their crazy sci-fi, fantasy, martial arts, action, family dramedy. All the genres. All the genres. See, that's why it's Best Picture. It's everything. All at once. All right. Then the second one, it's getting a lot of love, and I like this, not just for me. Jordan Peele for Nope, because I said it's not easy to make a sci-fi comedy as suspenseful, I can't read apparently, as a Hitchcock film, but this comes pretty close, in my opinion. As with all of his films so far, Jordan Peele always has a very clear vision, and you can tell from the very get-go that he knows exactly how every scene needs to be made, and it's made as it was intended. And he brings back the most important movie monster rule from the Spielberg Handbook: less is more.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it until you need to. The third one I have here will make everybody happy, it sounds like. It's a DGA-nominated director who managed to do the impossible in more ways than one. He managed to make a legacy sequel that nobody asked for, and he made it not suck. Who'd have thought it could happen? Between its stunning cinematography and its perfectly paced script, this film managed to get people back in the theater again, and it is as perfect as an action movie probably can be, and that would be Joseph Kosinski for Top Gun Maverick.
Wow, nice.
And my fourth one here. Whether it involves beautiful underwater creatures, aliens, or killer robots, this past Oscar-winning director has been making incredible films for decades. While the story may not be very original, his labor of love is undoubtedly a visual feast of production design and animation that took over 1,000 days to shoot. This is obviously Guillermo del Toro for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Did you think I was going to say James Cameron? Anyone?
I did.
I did.
I did too.
Oh, you sucker!
Yeah,
This is
Guillermo del Toro,
boo.
his passion project, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Next.
Animation needs love too, right, Tim?
Oh, absolutely. And what did you all see Pinocchio or no?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
It is very good. It doesn't ever need to be remade again after that
It
one.
does not.
No.
Mm-mm.
Beautiful
So that is
animation in it too. Absolutely, some of the best stop motion I've seen in a movie.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The production design of that movie is just mind-blowingly good.
I got Mario saying Fablemans and the Batman and Top Gun.
Except this time around, I would say Fablemans doesn't fall into the popular.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't.
Yeah.
Very,
Not
although,
popular.
I mean, I just saw it and really enjoyed it. It's like a very intimate film. It's
Yeah.
not a big film. It's not like you would expect from Steven. For him, that's his independent film. It's as small as he'll get.
Cinema Man says, I have no idea, Huck, why The Last Samurai gets no love. It's forgotten. It's a gem. People never talk about Tom in that role.
That Samurai is great. Yeah.
Let's talk about it, Cinema Man. Yeah,
That's so good.
I got nominated for 5 Oscars, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's
People
amazing.
like this.
It needs a really nice physical media release other than the Blu-ray it got years ago.
Yeah, I think I have that.
Michael saying, we all
Gotcha,
thought you would
Michael.
say James Cameron.
Dadgummit, we've been had.
I put that last for a reason.
Mario saying, isn't anyone going to mention Socks from Lightyear for Best Actor? That was probably the best part of the movie.
Nope, we're not.
A supporting actor, clearly.
Yes.
Somebody watch Lightyear. Come on.
No.
All right. So we are now on to,
What's
I believe,
left?
my categories, which will be Best Popular Animated Movie. Let me get my list here to make sure I got this correct. So first up is going to be Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Stop motion animation, amazing. The storytelling is just perfection. It keeps more to the original story of Pinocchio and just does it in an amazing way. So very captivating. Had to pick that one. Next up, we got Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, because everybody loves this movie. Now, I don't love the movie. I think it's good, but everybody else loves it, so it's very popular. I had to put it out there. There's some funny moments and great characters in there. Then I'm going to put this one, the Bob's Burgers movie, which was absolutely hilarious. I was so hard in the theater, and I never watched the Bob's Burgers TV show. I went to the movie, and I was laughing so much for it, so I had to nominate it. It's so hilarious.
You would love the show. The movie is just a giant episode.
Yeah,
the
show is definitely
so
better than
good.
the movie, so you would like the show.
It was so good. Yeah, I even had like songs in there and all that. It was
they do tons of songs in the show too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the last one, I feel like a lot of people might disagree with this one, but you know I'm a superhero fan, so I'm going to put DC League of Super Pets. I like this movie. And it was
Good
way better
choice.
than I expected. I thought I was going to go in and it was going to be garbage. But it had some funny moments. And then when they bring in the Justice League characters with it at the end, I mean, it's just very entertaining. So I had a good time with it. So I had to recognize Superman.
Keanu Reeves Batman, so nothing wrong with that.
Good one.
Yeah. I wonder. Let's see if we have any comments since then. Michael says, Puss in Boots Last Wish is my favorite of the. Everybody loves that movie. That's why it has to be nominated. Absolutely.
Yep.
This was one I almost considered. Kenny said The Bad Guys was terrific. A lot of people like that one. That's another one I didn't love, though. So I didn't pick that. And I only got 4 choices, too. So it's tough with the 4 choices. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Best Popular Animated Movie. Now we are on to Best Popular Movie of 2022, final category of the night. And for this category, I did 8 movies. So that way I can split it up into 2 pools of 4. So it's going to be 8 movies here. And for this one, I try to go with, of course, what was popular, what made a lot of box office, but also I wanted it to be quality movies as well, and movies that most people liked. So first up, of course, it's obvious. It's going to be Top Gun Maverick. That's going to be there.
Gotta be there, baby.
Is going to include it. I'm going to include it. Top Gun Maverick. It had everything. Had great action sequences, comedy in there, heartfelt moments. I mean, I was tearing up in Top Gun Maverick. It just has everything, so it has to be on there.
Yeah.
Next up, another obvious one. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Like Top Gun Maverick, it had everything in there. Absolutely outrageous, hilarious moments. And it did the multiverse better than Doctor Strange that was supposed to be about the multiverse. So
I agree.
there you go.
That is true.
Then we got Avatar, The Way of Water. This got people out to the theater. I mean, it's already made what, over 2 billion or something like that now?
Yep.
It's number 4.
Number 4.
Everybody went to go see this movie.
Not me. Not you.
Not him.
I didn't go see
Even
it.
I saw it. For God.
Okay, well, a lot of people.
I
went to
still
go
haven't seen the first
movie.
Avatar.
Oh my gosh, you got to see it.
It's visually, it's great. You
Oh,
gotta see it on the big screen.
So good. In 3D. At least see it 3D.
Oh yeah, see it.
You literally feel like you're swimming in there with the avatars and all that. I mean, it's just an experience.
That's the problem. I get sick with 3D movies, so I got sick during the first one.
Yeah.
Oh well, then maybe don't.
But I don't like 3D either, but I watched it in 3D, and the 3D was good. I'll just stop there.
And then for my 4th pick here, now this one I almost left off because I'm like, was it popular enough? I don't know if it made all the money out there, but the movie is so good, I have to recognize it, and that's going to be The Woman King. This movie is amazing. Viola Davis is fantastic in this movie, but overall, it's just like an epic historical action movie. Reminds me of past blockbusters like Gladiator. You got Braveheart. Finally, another epic historical action movie. So I gotta have The Woman King on there. So good. Has everybody seen that out there on the panel?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
I debated putting it as for best director, but I hadn't seen it, so I didn't do it because I really.
Wow, Mike, you're the only one.
It's so good. So good. All right, number 5 got The Black Phone. Amazing movie, super surprising and shocking.
Black one is good. I like Black.
Like I wasn't expecting too much from it, but then it hit me with everything. Oh, it was so good. It gave you like that Sixth Sense vibe, and it was a simple story, but just how they told it with the character, and all the characters were great. I mean, the acting from everybody in there was fantastic. Such a good story.
Those children actors were incredible.
Oh, they did great.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, and then number 6, this one I debated too because I didn't love the movie. I just really liked it, but everybody loved it, and so that's going to be The Batman, and plus it made a ton of money, so I had to go with that one just because it was so popular out there. And the Batmobile scene, I will give it that, absolutely. All right, and then number 7, we got Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. How to get another superhero movie on the list, and that one was just an amazing sequel to the first one. And what it was able to accomplish without having, Chadwick in there. Yeah, you did feel him missing, but what they were still able to accomplish with all that going on and still putting together a great script with what they had to work with, I still thought the movie was quite good. So I had to put that one on there. And then Number 8, the list would not be complete without Tim's favorite movie. I just had to do it. Number 8 is Barbarian. Of course.
Yeah.
I knew it.
At least you put the black phone on there to even it out.
Yes,
Wow.
I softened the blow with the black phone, but then I had to bring in Barbarian right there at the end. But to me, this was probably the most surprising movie of the year because I really didn't expect anything out of it. And then, once it hits you with the twist, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I'm super entertained right now. So I had a fun time with it. So, and it was popular too for horror movies. It was one of the most popular ones out there. People went out there to see it, so did great.
I swear, I thought you were going to say Jurassic Park Dominion.
Oh my god! I tried to forget about that one. No, it was definitely not going to be.
My 5-year-old hated that.
I had a whole live show ranting on Jurassic World. Definitely was not going to be that one.
Oh my god!
That's awesome.
But those are my 8 choices.
Good list. I say I feel the top 4. I feel the juice in that top 4.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that's what it's going to come down
Apparently,
to.
see Black Panther tomorrow. It'll be on Disney Plus, right? On the 1st.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, you can finally watch
No,
it.
I thought the movie. I thought it was the 8th, and the 1st is the documentary about the making of Wakanda Forever.
I thought so too.
No, the movie comes out tomorrow on Disney Plus, and I think the behind the scenes is the following week.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought it was vice versa. Okay.
Yeah, because today I saw because it's coming out tomorrow, and I was like, "What?"
I'd like to see the behind the scenes though.
They always do those a week or two after the show airs or finishes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the better phase. What phase are we on? Is it phase 4? It was
one
of the better
it was
phase
the end
4
of phase
movies.
4.
Yeah,
I don't know anymore.
Better phase 4 movies.
I'm phased out.
Phase 5 already looks better than phase 4. I'll put it that way.
All right, we got a Scaps in here saying no love for Barbarian movie. I thought it was great. I got you covered. With
Yeah,
that
he
last
did it.
one.
He tossed it in.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna come up more, but I'm glad I was able to include it. So.
Should have put Terrifier according to his picture there.
Man,
Take it easy.
It was sort of popular, but and I only put a couple horror movies. I'm like, let me cover with Black Phone and Barbarian. So
I
want to put everything horror.
There actually was some really cool shots in Barbarian too that I guess theoretically I could have put in cinematography, but I couldn't because of how much I hated it. So.
They weren't that good.
It could have really been a good movie.
You couldn't even put Batman in there. You can't put Barbarian in there.
Yeah. You can't do it based on just a couple of cool shots, Tim. You did good. I liked your picks. You know.
Mario says the rocks were my favorite part of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Those were amazing scenes.
Oh my god, that was so good. Sliding away,
the little googly eyes.
Rolls away. Yeah, the googly eyes were hilarious.
The horror dude says Avatar looked good, but I wasn't super into the plot. But I will say it's an improvement on the first one. So I do think they improved the story by a little bit. So I'll take that. All right, Mario's saying Avatar hurts my eyes.
Oh, I loved it. It made my eyes smile. My eyes went,
so nice. Let's see. Mike says I watch Avatar in standard because 3D doesn't always pop. I think 3D for Avatar Way of Water pops though. Like, they utilize it throughout.
It's the way to see it.
Yeah, that's the only movie worth seeing in 3D because it's actually shot properly.
Yeah,
in 3D.
And it's all just for depth and texture. It's nothing like coming at you, all that sort of cheesy stuff. It's just for sheer, like you could walk through the screen and you're there. It was gorgeous, y'all.
Kellyanne saying I really enjoyed Smile, creepy and great concept. Yep, that was one that I was surprised by as well. So yeah, I enjoyed that one.
I made a lot of money. I was surprised.
Let's see. Michael's saying I didn't love the Batman. Yeah, I liked the Batman, but there was a couple things in there that threw me off of it. But it was so popular, I still had to nominate. The horror dude says I love the Batman. See. Let's see. That horror dude Smile is better than a lot of people are giving it credit for. It was. Let's see. Scaps saying Mega Mike, congrats on the trivia night win. Thank you so much, Scaps. Once again, everybody out there, make sure you watch that trivia episode on Huck's channel. It was absolutely amazing.
It was super fun.
Evil Kangaroo says, great list. Horror Dude says, Tim is sad you didn't add Dominion to your list.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe that could have been an honorable mention.
Nobody said. Nobody.
Best cameo by a legacy cast in
That movie suckered me so much. That whole legacy cast thing really it got me hyped. Just to crush my dreams.
At least we have Top Gun, right? Like I said.
Yeah.
That's another legacy cast. Yeah. Well, I guess just him, right?
Yeah.
I got Val in there.
Him and Val Kilmer.
and some throwback.
Right. Some flashbacks, right?
Yeah, I did have a couple honorable mentions that I guess I could say now because they would have been like my number 9 and number 10. But because of the polls, I couldn't set it up that way. But I was gonna almost go the outfit, Tim, because the movie's so good. But reason why I didn't make the list, I didn't think it was popular enough. I didn't think enough people saw the movie, even though it's absolutely amazing. And then the next movie probably would have been Scream, because Scream was very popular, but already had like 2 horror movies on there, so I didn't want to just put a third one in there. But Scream was considered.
Yeah, and I enjoyed Scream. I think it was just to visit that again, just to have it rejuvenated. Big deal.
All right, okay. If you think about the best movies nowadays, they would not hit the best 50 lists in every year before the 2000s. Oh, okay. All right. The horror dude says Ant-Man is the first movie in Phase 5. They say, yep, that's true. That's coming out soon. Michael says, let's see. Oh, okay, gotcha. Scap says, can we please get a new Star Wars movie? Has been what? We've gotten so many Star Wars movies.
We've gotten too many Star Wars movies.
A couple of years or something.
They're too busy with the Star Wars shows on Disney Plus right now. They have so many things going on.
Just wait 20 years and then make a good one, please.
Yeah, I would give them a break. Just take like 10, 20 years and start fresh.
At least one more before I'm dead, right? A good one.
That'd be good.
Mario says, anyone watch what? Sydney Volk? Very good review. Well,
Tony says one more before I'm dead.
Yeah.
Come on, that's not too tall of an order. Let's go, Star Wars.
Come on.
Let's see. Mario saying 3D movies don't come right at me anymore.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Just bring you in.
It's fun when it's like a stupid horror movie, but when it's like a serious movie, it's better when it's just depth and like Avatar does.
Not Jaws coming straight at you through the broken glass.
Yeah. Or Friday the 13th.
Oh, Jaws 3 is so good.
The harpoon on a string and it comes right at the camera.
Yeah, you get the screen. It's more fun that way, but it's not as good that way. That's the best.
Those days when they would film everything specifically for that, like you think of TV shows that they would make big events out of, like Home Improvement did a 3D episode where they were like, they were shoving the wood at you at the screen and the tape measure and stuff. Oh, that was fun.
Good times. If only Star Wars could be that cool.
All right, so we'll kind of go through our predictions now on the categories, kind of go over what we think is going to win. So, and we'll just go, in order. So, Huck, just to kind of remind us of the categories you had and who do you think is going to win from each of your categories?
All right. Well, the 2 categories I had was Best Editing and Best Actor. For editing, I had Top Gun Maverick, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, and Bullet Train. And if I were to put dollars to donuts down on the public, because, I see things a little bit in a different way, I would personally choose Everything Everywhere All at Once as the winner. Although I think if Top Gun wins that is a very well-deserved win. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So that's what I think it says. I would like it to be everywhere, but I think Top Gun might win. For Best Actor, look, just give it to Cruise and go home. Let's go. Let's give it to my boy, my twin. Let's do it. That's what I want to see win. Look, Tom brought everybody back to the screen this year, y'all. It wasn't a superhero movie. He showed that, and he stuck to his guns. Paramount says, oh, we're going to release this 45 days later on Paramount Plus. He goes, like, hell you are. And he put his foot down and made him not do it. And because of that, it became a multi-billion-dollar movie. It's the #1 of the year, and it deserves Tom to be recognized finally. He's been nominated so many times, he never gets the love because I think he's popular. He's like Harrison Ford. He's like a mega star, but he's also good looking. And we don't like to give apparently trophies to good looking people. So Not this time. Tom Cruise takes it home.
Yeah, I think Top Gun has actually a very good chance. So I wouldn't be super shocked if it won both of those.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, your categories.
All right, so I had sound, which I had Pinocchio, Nope, Top Gun, and Batman. I think Batman might be able to take this with people. That Batman Rumble, that movie really stood out for sound, and enough people liked Batman. I think it could. And for cinematography, I had Northman, Nope, Top Gun, and Bullet Train. I don't think Northman or Bullet Train have a chance in it. I think the horror community could give the bump to Nope, or it could be Top Gun. I'm not sure. One of those two, I think.
Oh, great prediction. Yeah, I'm thinking Batman as well, and I'd probably lean towards Top Gun too.
Yeah,
just so popular. Tony.
Yep. So I had supporting actor Edward Norton, Glass Onion, Miles Teller in Top Gun Maverick, Colin Farrell in The Batman, and Pedro Pascal in Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. To me, I think Miles Teller will get that one for Top Gun Maverick. Visual effects, I had Nope, I had Men, Doctor Strange, and Beast. And I think Nope will get that one.
Yeah, you guys mentioned Nope a lot tonight. That surprised me. I wasn't expecting Nope to come up that much, but great choices. Absolutely. Yep. Sue.
All right, I had both the actress category. So lead actress, Mia Goth for Pearl, Florence Pugh, Don't Worry Darling, Keke Palmer for Nope, and Amber Midthunder for Prey. I think Mia Goth is going to take this category hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, because she was so overlooked. So supporting actress category, Jenna Ortega for Scream 5, Brittany Snow for X, Elizabeth Olsen for Doctor Strange 2, and Kate Hudson for Glass Onion. I think I can't decide between Elizabeth Olsen and Kate Hudson. I think between those two.
I was thinking the Jenna Ortega hype might because
that's possible too.
People do love Jenna
Ortega. Could go any way. I'm like, I could see mostly all those.
That's a big category. Yeah.
Yeah, supporting one could go anyway. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Right on.
All right, Derek.
Okay. Had everything unplugged and I had to plug it all back in. I had screenplay and director. So screenplay, I had Everything Everywhere All at Once, Nope, The Batman, and The Menu. And for director, I had Everything Everywhere All at Once, Nope, Top Gun Maverick, and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. If you don't know who directed that, it was Guillermo del Toro. Just so you know, if you didn't know by the title, it was Guillermo del Toro. And I think both of them should go to the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once, personally. And with any luck, they'll win at the Oscars too for the same two categories. So that'd be fun.
Nice.
All right. And then my categories, again, to remind everybody, I had Best Animated. And for that, I had Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the Bob's Burgers movie, and DC League of Super Pets. I think this one's going to actually go, even though I probably wouldn't vote this way, I think it's going to go Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I just think that one's so popular out there and it's getting so much hype right now. I think that one's going to get a lot of love. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You're making me want to go vote for Bob's Burgers, though, the fact you put it in there.
That might be the one I'm going for. Like, that movie was so good. That's such a good time for that one. All right, then Best Picture. 8 movies here. So this one's, again, was Top Gun Maverick, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Woman King, The Black Phone, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Barbarian. Now, I think this one's an obvious one. I think it's Top Gun Maverick. I mean, everybody loves Top Gun Maverick. Such a popular movie. I think Top Gun Maverick's going to get a lot of love in a lot of the categories, but especially, I think it's a shoo-in for Best Picture.
All right. Lost somebody.
Derek disappeared.
You know what?
Mike,
I think what this has really shown everybody, just the love that we have for Top Gun Maverick, because it's worthy of that affection, and the fact that we all see
I was wrong window on accident.
Why it deserves this sort of accolade, and yet I feel like the Academy, it nominated in a lot of stuff, but it'll come down to whether they support themselves in doing so. but we're doing it here. And I think people are going to be proud of us for doing that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll kind of give everybody a chance to close out. Say anything they want to the audience, promote themselves in any way. Let us know what's upcoming on everybody's channel. So let's start with Huck. What do we got?
Hey, look, just come on over to Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. We have a good time over there. Mike and everybody, thanks for having me on here. This was a lot of fun. I love talking about the populars. It's always fun. Last night, if you missed last night's trivia contest, it was all superhero based. That was a lot of fun putting that together and then watching these guys play and watching them have a good time. That was a lot of fun. Please go. It has just a little over 200 views right now. Let's double it by the end of tomorrow. You know what, like Avatar and Top Gun, it just keeps getting better every week it comes out. That's what I want to see happen. And then we do all the usual over there and have a lot of fun. I do custom consolidations, Blu-ray hunts, movie reviews, good stuff like that. And I do a lot of streams with these lovely people, and that's what I love too. So look for me on some of their stuff.
Yeah, Huck, we'll need a re-release of that trivia night in the future too.
Yeah.
Just re-release it, keep it going.
Part 2, baby. Oh, we got enough. In fact, my wife is like, I got a whole thing for villains now. I'm like, oh,
nice.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a good one.
I'm a little excited for that.
All right, Tim.
First of all, thank you so much for having me on. This was a lot of fun. Like I said in the one stream, I just love streams. I love being on streams with all these wonderful people. Sub to everyone. I imagine everyone already is. But this was a great time. I'm not good at pimping out my channel because I just release stuff that I feel like releasing when I feel like releasing. So I'm sure there'll be a video tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. I don't know. I just wing it. But yay movies.
That's some sweet pimping right there, bro. That was some good
pimping. It ain't easy, Tim. I always say.
All right, Tony.
Hey there. Yeah, thanks, Mike, for letting me be a part of the Populars. Very happy that I got to partake in this. I do have videos that come out every single day. I will be doing a live stream Saturday night with some other great guys talking about Clint Eastwood films. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I've got a live stream coming up next in a couple of weeks with Derek and possible. Oh, and then there's another one next week with Ken. So yeah, busy.
All right, and Sue.
Thank you so much for having me on. Awards are kind of my thing, so this was a lot of fun to recognize the popular movies that get no love. Upcoming on my channel tomorrow night, I have my weekly live chat, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Thursday night is very exciting because the Lost Girls are officially having our first live stream together. Yes, it is a thing. We are official. So it's me, My Killer Podcast, Coco, the other half of Brian Goes Blue, Mika and Kira, Miss Jess, and also Michelle, Ken's wife from Married with Media. We are all having a live stream together discussing our top 5 most anticipated movies of this year. So that's going to be Thursday night at 8 p.m. over on My Killer Podcast channel.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be so good, Sue.
Yes, we're excited. We're excited.
All right, Derek.
Ahoy there, I'm Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Mike, thanks for asking me to be a part of this award show. Obviously, I like award shows. That's what I do on my channel right now, is predicting and such like that. I do Oscarology videos, which is the science behind statistics of the Oscars. So I'll probably do one tomorrow. It's been a while. In a couple of weeks on the 16th, like Mr. Tony said, we will be doing a live stream tournament of the 1980s Best Picture nominees. So it'll be all 50 movies within that decade battling against each other to decide what is the best Picture nominee of the 1980s. And got all set up already. It's fun. Now I just need to watch a whole bunch of movies. Other than that, I'll just do my usual stuff. So yeah, Convicted Cinephile, go there, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. All that jazz. YouTube. YouTube.
All right, and then thank you to my amazing academy tonight, my panel here. Absolutely amazing picks. You guys reminded me of movies that I almost forgot about, but I'm like, wait, that movie was amazing. So your choices were great variety, all great picks across the board. I'm excited to see what these voting polls are going to look like. So how this is going to work, everybody, is we're actually going to have our live award show probably in about a month or so around the Oscar time. And I'm going to be doing results of these polls that I put up, hopefully tonight. I'm going to try to get them up tonight. And so you're going to want to go to the community tab on the channel page. Make sure you vote in all the categories. Have your voice heard for the movies you love out there. So make sure you get lots of votes, and definitely feel free to share out those community polls anywhere so we can get a lot of votes in to see what are going to be the most popular movies, the winners for this year. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, reminder, I know you've seen it in the banner at the bottom, scrolling across, but 2 days left of 15% off merch. Just click the coupon when you go to the site, and you can get all that. And then also Patreon memberships are all there on the channel. Just go to the links and sign up for a membership if you would like to support the channel on that level. And the first piece of exclusive content is going to come out for that this weekend, and that's going to be a full-on in-depth review of Shyamalan's new movie, when I go see it, Knock at the Cabin. So if you want a really great in-depth review of that one, that's going to be the first exclusive content for my Patreon supporters out there. And then, yeah, pretty much just check the videos. I've had some awesome videos released this week, you know, Amazon deals, talking about the Best Buy horrible deals out there to warn everybody on. So a lot of fun, great content on the channel. Collection videos. I did a whole bunch of that as well. So make sure you check those videos as well. But thank you again, audience, for being here, celebrating these nominations for the first annual The Popular Show. So thank you for joining us. Can't wait to see you all on award night. Thank you all so much out there. Give yourself a round of applause, everybody.
Yeah.
And have a great night out there. Now go watch these amazing movies we nominated so you can make an informed voting decision.
Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote.
Go vote. Go vote.
Danger